Hey guys, Otrera Cosplay here, and welcome to my tutorial on making Jinx's Gun from Arcane. Before I begin, I actually have a pattern for this available in my Etsy, the link is in the description. There are many reference pictures for this gun, so the one I made may vary slightly to other digital designs, but it's from cross-referencing. First off, we're starting with the handle of the gun. You're going to want to cut out pattern 1 and trace it 3 times onto 10mm EVA foam. Using contact cement, glue together. Cut out pattern 2 and trace onto the center of the handle with a Sharpie. This will guide you where to Dremel. Dremel the sides to the middle layer, following the outside of pattern 2 to give it that chiseled look. Cut out patterns 3 and 4 onto craft foam. Glue to the base of the handle. Round the top of the handle slightly with a Dremel so that it's easier to glue to the barrel. Get a 45mm diameter PVC pipe. If you want a more exaggerated look with your gun, for like a more video game look, you can go bigger. Just make sure the patterns are slightly bigger. I have instructions on how to do this in my Etsy description. Cut the pipe to 24 centimeters long. Glue to the handle so that the end of the pipe ends 3/4 down the top of the handle. Cut out 2 copies of pattern 5 onto craft foam and glue into a rounded shape together. Glue to the back of the gun. You may need to trim the end slightly if it hangs off too far, depending on how you make it sit. Cut pattern 6 onto craft foam and glue to the edge. Cut pattern 7 twice onto craft foam and glue to each side towards the base. Cut pattern 8 onto craft foam and glue to piece 7. For the next part, you can cut out a spot for the safety switch. If so, cut out pattern 9 onto 3mm foam and glue to the gap, leaving one edge hanging off. If not, which is what I did, just use craft foam and glue to the middle of the top. Hole punch or cut out a 20mm thick, 10mm wide cylinder. I used a size 14 hole punch. Glue onto right side. Cut out pattern 10 onto 3mm foam and glue around the barrel. Cut out pattern 11 onto craft foam and glue around the barrel. Be careful with this, it can flex and lose its shape. Cut out pattern 12 onto 3mm foam and glue onto the barrel next in line. Cut pattern 13 onto craft foam and glue 3.5 centimeters further down the barrel, connecting the ends together to make a tag. Cut pattern 14 onto craft foam and glue 7.7 centimeters further down the barrel near the end. Cut pattern 15 onto 3mm foam and glue to the very end, matching the edge with the edge of the pipe. If you want an enclosed barrel like mine, which is great for taking to a con, trace the end of the pipe onto 3mm foam and glue to the very end. Cut pattern 16 onto 3mm foam and glue near the handle. Now is the time to fix up any seams, so apply foam clay to them and sand them down once dry. Cut pattern 17 onto 5mm foam and glue to the trigger area underneath the barrel. Glue 18 of 5mm foam to the end of the barrel area by the end of 16. Cut pattern 19 onto 3mm foam twice and glue to the sides. Cut pattern 20 onto 5mm foam. Cut out 2 of pattern 21 onto craft foam and glue to either side of it. Cut 2 of pattern 22 and glue to side of the top. Cut out pattern 23 and glue to the top. I used a hole punch to punch out 14 little circles and centered them into a dome. I glued these to various areas of the gun. You can also use googly eyes. Around the top of the back of the barrel are these pointy studs. I made them with foam clay, 3 of them. Time to prime. Spray at least 2 layers of primer onto each side of the gun. When dry, spray the entire thing black. It will be a good base layer to start. Paint the end of the barrel and large space in the barrel end a dark blue, as well as above the handle. The majority of the barrel is gold. Use 2 different types of gold to give a layered effect. One type for each of the loops and diamonds along the barrel, the other for the space between the diamonds, space between the loops, and the top section. Using black, add flame details to the larger section of the barrel. If it doesn't show up against the dark blue, you can highlight using grey. To the back of the gun, add 2 skulls using the same black or grey. Using pink and blue, add splot marks around the gun, mimicking paint. Time to weather. Add some black paint to any crevice or deeper section, like the gap between the diamonds or the top part. Seal the paintwork. When done, wrap fabric around the handle and glue into place. And now you're done! Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps. Once again, the pattern is linked in the description. Good luck with your build and happy crafting!